Get ready to flip the fairy tale on its head. This is our review of Rebel Princess. We were given a copy of the game from the publisher so that we could do this review video.
If you'd like to find out more information or buy a copy of the game, check out the links in the description below.
Rebel Princess is a trick-taking game where each player has an asymmetric ability from their princess that they're given at the beginning of the game, and each round they can use that princess power one time, and there's different stipulations each round in a 5-round game. So, as you're playing, it's your normal trick-taking rules. You gotta have the lead card, you gotta play the different suits, and if you can't play that suit, then you can play a different card. And there's gonna be round cards that are gonna change up the different stipulations that are going on in that round as well. Plus, each player's gotta have a princess that'll give them a power as they're playing. The key with this one is, because it's Rebel Princess, the princesses don't want to get married. They don't want those marriage proposals. So the prince suit, which is the blue suit, these are the bad ones. You don't want to collect these cards. Each one of these cards that you collect is worth 1 point at the end of the round. You play 5 rounds. At the end of 5 rounds, the player with the fewest points wins because they got the fewest marriage proposals. However, there's also a frog prince in here, which is worth 5 marriage proposals. So that's not part of the prince suit, that's a different suit, but it's that one card in that one suit. But if you get the frog and all the princes, then it's negative 11 points. So you can actually purposely go after those and strategize to go after them and try to win all of the princes, and then you do even better. But if you miss one of them, you miss a frog or you miss a prince, then you're stuck with all those points. So it's high risk, high reward.
When I first saw the artwork, like on the box, on the cards, on everything, I thought it was kind of simple. However, as I looked at it more and more, I was like, you know what? Simple, yet whimsical. You don't have all these like flashy graphics, right? You know, fairy godmother here, and then little pumpkin and slippers. And you're like, oh, haha, yeah, I remember. I know what that's from. And then, all these, it really just pops with like the white border and everything. So it really focuses on the certain princess or the theming or the story or theming that princess is usually associated with. So you look at it and you're like, oh, I know exactly like what this is from. I mean, yes, the names help, right? Like Alice and Rapunzel and Pocahontas, but some of them like
Scheherazade.
I think I was saying Shahrazade or something. Like, yeah, Scheherazade. I was like, oh, okay, that looks like Aladdin or Jasmine, so eh.
This game is a lot of fun because of the different round stipulations that you have each time. There's a lot of them to choose from. First off, you're going to have a whole lot of them, so there's a lot of replayability here. And as you're playing, each round you're going to have a different stipulation. So the rules that I gave you, those are the basic rules. But then some of the round cards are going to come in and say, okay, you know those rules? Here's how it's going to be different this time. And in fact, one of them, the same old story, actually changes it so that you want the princes. And it was kind of funny because the very first time we played this game and I was teaching it to everybody, I went over all the rules. All right, you don't want the princes. Remember, you really don't want the princes. Unless you want to go for that strategy, then you can try to get the negative. But you don't want the princes. All right, round 1, the same old story. Each prince is -1. All right, guys, everything I told you, forget all that. You want all the princes. So it's kind of funny with the different rounds. It really does change things up. And there are 2 different types of cards. You have these gray-backed ones, and you have the black-backed ones. And the black-backed ones are a little bit more tricky in what they do to the game, and they can really mix things up. And you're supposed to try to get it so that you play those in the 5th round, so it's your last round, and it can really mix it up. And sometimes someone will really have a really big lead, and you get to that 5th round, and they have that card, and it really messes them up. And it can really be that catch-up mechanic, that coming from behind mechanic to really change the game and really make it go, oh, okay, this round I can win, and I can actually be able to beat the person who was kind of running away with it. In a lot of card games that I play, and you have to play multiple rounds and you keep track of score, sometimes it can be a little repetitive, and it's like, okay, well, why is it 3 rounds versus 4 rounds versus 2 rounds? Like, all right, I get the game after 2 rounds. We don't need to play 5 rounds or whatever. But in this one, because the rounds change each time, it's a new game each time. So you have to play those 5 rounds to really mix it up and really think about, oh, okay, in the 3rd and 4th round, my player ability really works for these round cards, but maybe it didn't work so much for that first round card. Each of the rounds really is different. So I do like that you play multiple rounds. In fact, it gets to a point where you're like, all right, well, we don't even have to keep the score. We'll just play the rounds. We'll just keep playing different cards. We don't have to play 5. We can just play as many as we want because it's that much fun to play the different rounds.
Yeah, after each round, I want to play it again because I'm like, oh, I think I get it more now. But you move on to the next one, and then you're like, oh, okay,
Brand new thing that you're
and
thinking.
then now you're done there, and you're like, I'd like to play that again, but okay, let's see, let's keep it fine, let's keep it fresh. But if I had to, I would want to play that again, and then I would get you guys. Like, that was going through my head sometimes as we were doing the different rounds.
And as you're playing, there'll be some rounds you're like, oh, I really like that card. I want to play with that stipulation again. And sometimes you'll be starting the game. You're like, I just want to play with that one round card because I really like that one. So I do have to say this is the deluxe edition of Rebel Princess. So the princess cards are the hard cardboard instead of just cards. And we have 2 expansions. It's just 1 extra princess card. And it's the Beauty Princess card and the Carmesina Princess card. So we do have all of that. So when you're looking at everything here, there is a little bit more to it than what you would get in like just a basic edition. I think that if you're going to be playing this game and you're interested in this game, you should definitely check out the deluxe version because I do feel like it adds to it.
So it's probably just me being repetitive because it is part of the pitch or the game. It's like, it flips the script, right? Like, oh, all these Disney movies are like, oh, marry, find the prince, and da-da-da. Except like Brave, right? Like, I think Brave, she didn't want to get married to anyone and yada yada. So similar to that, but very like female empowering, like, I am a strong, independent woman is, what this gives out. And it's like, you don't have to follow that script of marry a prince and worry about that. That's what I like.
I really like the theming of the game and how it works well with that trick taking because as you're playing, you're trying to win the tricks, but you don't want to win those marriage proposals. So you're a rebel princess. You want to be the best, the strongest, the ultimate warrior kind of thing. You want to win everything except those marriage proposals. You don't want to win that. So I like how the theming works with the trick taking element of it. Yeah, you could have just come up with different rules for each round for a different trick taking game and kind of just mix it up that way. But I do think that the theming does work with it. I don't think it's just pasted on. I do think that the two kind of blend well together, and I appreciate that. What did you not like about the game?
So it might have been that I was just too involved in figuring out what the new round rules or whatnot is, but I felt like I've kept forgetting about what my power was to like use it. Like, it wasn't a bad power, but it was just like, it wasn't, I don't know. I just kept forgetting, but obviously that's more of a me problem than a game problem. But
I agree. At the beginning of the game, you get 2 princesses and you pick one to play with. And I feel like in some of the rounds, your power is stronger, and in some rounds, your power might not be, or might be weaker. So I do feel like the powers, but at the same time, you don't want anyone to be overpowered.
Correct.
You don't want to have that game-winning card that you're just waiting for someone to use their princess, and you know that they're going to take command of the game. So, but I do agree that at the beginning of the game, when you're choosing between your 2 princesses, sometimes, oh, this is going to be a good princess, and you get the 5 rounds, you're like, nah, that wasn't a good princess.
Overall, I would recommend this game. I like it because it's just the whimsical fairy tale nature of it. Additionally, though, with the round cards, yes, it does seem like you're getting a bunch of like different types of trick-taking games. So it's all rolled up into one. And then just the replayability and the fact that I wanted to like keep playing or like, oh yeah, let's see what the new one is, or let's try different combinations. Like the fact that it made me feel that way, that's why I recommend this.
Overall, I would recommend this game. I really enjoyed this game. It's a fun trick-taking game just on face value, but then you add all the different rounds and it really makes it fun and exciting each time. Like we talked about in our video, it is fun to, once you get those certain rounds that you really like, then you can pick and choose, oh, I really like it when we play it this way. That really makes it fun. So I really do enjoy playing the game that way. I'm looking forward to other content because I think there's zombies or Rebel Princess 2 or other content that's out there. So I would get more of it because I would be interested to see what other rounds there are, what other princess powers there are. There's lots of replayability with this. It's not too difficult to teach. It's as difficult as teaching any trick-taking game and then just explaining the round each time. So I'd probably give this game an 8 on Board Game Geek, and I would definitely recommend it. And that was our review of Rebel Princess.
What'd you think? Is this going to be the start of your fairy tale game night? Let us know in the comments below.
Once again, we'd like to thank the publisher for giving us a copy so that we could do this review video. If you'd like to find out more information or buy a copy, check out the links in our description below. And as always, if you're enjoying our content, please like this video, subscribe to our channel.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
I'm Kenny, and go party like a board gamer.